Constantly we were told that this city was freed by the British.
For so many years, the Britishers have been taking all the credit, and guess what? They have been teaching this in school. In every school, we are changing the texts and saying that it wasn't the British, but the Indians who liberated us. Are Indian soldiers being erased from history? Did you know the Indian troops liberated the Israeli city of Haifa, but the British take all the credit? Namaskar, Shalom, and welcome. My name is Ravi Thomas, aka Moses in Israel, your favorite Indian Jew, born and raised in India, and now living in Israel. And my goal is to bridge India and Israel one video at a time. And today we are going to find out how history books are being changed to correct that it was Indian troops and not the British who liberated the Israeli city of Haifa from the Ottoman rule.
I graduated the schools here, and constantly we were told that this city was freed by the British. Up to the moment somebody knocked on my door. It was somebody from the historical group of Haifa. He came with papers and he said, "We made a thorough research about the war, and we found out that not the British freed the city, the Indians." He said, "How come? Where are they buried?" He said, "Leave your office now, come with us and we shall take you to the burial area." And we came here. I got a shock. I never knew it before. Nobody said to me, nobody taught it at schools, and nobody knew. So right at the same moment, I decided that we are going to execute a yearly ceremony, which you are now part of, in memory of these holy people, the Indian soldiers who freed my city.
Who is this person? Why is he talking like this? And where is this happening? Let me give you some context, because context matters. This is the mayor of Haifa. His name is Yonah Yahav, and he was giving a speech on the occasion of Haifa Day, which is basically celebrated on 23rd September every year. And this year also it happened. There was a ceremony that happened in Haifa. Indian ambassador to Israel, Mr. J.P. Singh, was also there, and a lot of the other people were also invited. I was also invited for this, but I couldn't make it because of my prior commitments. What an honor to be able to see this. First, shout out to this man, Mr. Yonah Yahav, if you're watching this video. Thank you for the due credit. We Indians have always been struggling with being given credit, and it is about time. So thank you so much, and thank you for telling us the truth, because the world needs to know. What happened on September 23rd? September 23rd, 1918 में World War I के time पे there was a war that happened in the city of Haifa. Haifa is a very important city in Israel, one of the fastest growing. It is also like on the hills, has a great view, has a strategic port. A lot of the businesses happen because they have like a big port there. If you know about a university called Technion University, one of the best in the world for anything to do with technology, a lot of the engineering students could be for bachelor's, master's, PhD, postdoc. They all come to Technion. It's a great city, but this city was under the rule of the Ottoman Empire. We'll talk about the Ottomans in just a few minutes. Let's do a long story short. This city was captured by the Ottoman empires. I think they had also I believe, in alliance with the Germans, taken over the city of Haifa. At that time, the Indian army, which was under the British rule, so at that time it was called the British Indian Army, fought this war. Our soldiers fell, sacrificed, but we won the war. And because of who? Our Indian soldiers. And I believe the cavalry, which was particularly Jodhpur Lancers and Mysore Lancers, they fought the war. For so many years, the Britishers have been taking all the credit, and guess what? They have been teaching this in schools, and it was about time. So Mr. Yonah Yahav who is the mayor of Haifa. And it's incredible that he said it out publicly. सच्चाई होती है ना, वो छुपाई नहीं जाती. People might want to change history, but eventually it has to come out. And you can see in the last couple of years. So he said that, okay, this is in his own words, I was born in this city and graduated from here. Constantly, we were told that this city was freed by the British till somebody from the historical society knocked at my door one day and said that they have done a thorough research and found that it wasn't the British but the Indians who freed the city from the Ottomans. In every school, we are changing the texts and saying that it wasn't the British but the Indians who liberated us. It is such a strong statement. I'm actually shocked that it took so much time, but eventually it had to come out. So better late than never. Let's talk about the Ottomans. ये Ottomans है कौन? The Ottomans were a Turkic Muslim dynasty that established an empire in the late 13th century. They were a massive empire and they lasted for about 600 years. What a time. The Ottomans were powerful militarily, economically, and culturally, and conquered 3 major areas. I could be wrong. Agar honge, if I have not covered, please go down the comment section and tell me if I haven't. But majorly the Middle East, Eastern Europe, and North Africa. Okay, so these are the people that had taken over and our Indian soldiers fought against. And they started to decline, or the empire started to decline in the 17th century due to internal corruption, military defeats, and European colonialism. Officially, they ended in 1922 and they were replaced by the Republic of Turkey. But why are the Ottomans important? In terms of like importance, like why are they important in histories? Because they shaped the political and cultural landscape of Middle East. अगर ये नहीं होते, कैप्चर नहीं होता, वॉर नहीं होता, फिर हमारे बंदे जो हमारे सोल्जर्स हैं, they would have not fought, they would have not contributed in liberating Haifa, और ये friendship कभी होता ही नहीं, ठीक है? And this is just about India, Israel. There are so many other areas they had conquered, and I'm sure there are similar stories, but today we are talking about India, Israel, so this is why this is important.
And we are doing it every year to thank you, to honor you. And after 5 years, when the Indian government has decided to join the forces in South Lebanon, I called up the ambassadors those days. I said, could you send me a troop to the ceremony? It will make it very nice and official. He said, let me see, and you see them here. And we thank them very much. In every school we are now changing the wording. It's not the British, it's the Indian. And we honor you very much. We thank you. Most of all, we salute you.
Let me give you some interesting facts about this. So 23rd September is marked as Haifa Day, each year to honor the soldiers. And in Israel, tributes are held at cemeteries in Haifa, jo ye jagah hai, Jerusalem and Ramle, where around 900 soldiers are buried. That's a lot of people. In 2018, the Israeli Post issued a commemorative stamp to honor the Indian soldiers for their role in liberating the city of Haifa. I think this is the first stamp that was released, and the second one was released for Holi and Purim. In 2017, Prime Minister Modi ji visited the cemetery in Haifa, and the next year in Delhi, Delhi's Teen Murti Chowk was renamed as Teen Murti Haifa Chowk. This is a very special video. I was feeling very heavy while I was seeing him or hearing him speak, because I realized that, first of all, itna time kyun laga for this truth to be told? This is our truth, and why aren't we speaking our truth? Why are we waiting for other people to give us credit? जो हमारा है, we should be claiming it. But अब वो time आ चुका है that we need to stand up for ourselves. We can't be dependent on anybody else. ये जो हमारे Indian soldiers हैं, their sacrifice will always be remembered. We should claim what is rightfully ours. In the meantime, stay safe, watch the right content, and I'll see you next time.